Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday stream. We're back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. It's my final career mode that we're ever going to play. And in 9 days, we have a Moho window opening for us. So I feel like it's time that we went ahead and did some things with that. I noticed that the tracking station could do with a bit of an upgrade as well. If we're going all the way out to that sort of distance, we could probably do with a fully upgraded tracking station. I think we're going to do that any a minute now. We're just going to come in and have a look around and see a few things that we need to do. See the research and development that we have to open up. 400 points of science sat in our back pocket right now, headed mainly towards the nuclear propulsion, maybe the RTGs, stuff like that. Let's come back out of here and have a look at some missions that are available to us. Hey, we could add a mobile processing lab to our station. That is something that I want to do at some point. We could launch a minmus and mun station. These are things that I also want to get round to at some point as well. Maybe we'll launch the mun one at some point, because I do want to get the Kerbals going around in the tourism. And then we've got some stuff over here of having Kerbals over a tourism site. That's pretty cool. Flyby of minmus with 2 tourists. But before I start getting a flyby, multi-moon flyby, where do we want to go here? Let's have a look. Minmus and the mun. It would be nice, but no, I don't think we're going to do it today. Bring three tourists to visit the station core. Okay, I think right now we might even, around the orbit of Kerbin, in the station itself, can we see it over here, Station Core Alpha? We might very well have a tourist waiting to come back. Hey, Honza, how you doing? How are you doing? Small break of tea there. Yeah, indeed. We've got Modard and Razor, a pilot and a scientist. I thought we were bringing a tourist up here as well at some point. It looks like that is not a thing that happened. Let me just make sure. No, we didn't actually need to transfer anyone across. It looks like we just needed to do a change of crew. That's pretty cool. Where would we stick a mobile processing lab? I suppose it's something we would hang off the bottom here if we were going to. Have something almost this same sort of shape that we've got, mobile processing lab, and then almost like a lozenge. I think that might work out. All right, let's bring these guys home. We don't need to leave them on the surface of the station here. In fact, let's do a little bit of a decouple and bring them home first. Let's start off with a re-entry. Always great. Always great. You got a new laptop but bad internet. Oh man, that's pretty poor. That's pretty poor. I am slowly but surely making the upgrade from any sort of landline internet to mobile. I think over the next couple of weeks I will be testing out mobile options for streaming. I don't really want to be having to rely on the university's internet when I could use my own. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I'm doing quite well. Thank you very much. Doing very well. Let's jump around here. Had a bit of a lazy day, if I'm to be honest with you. I've been a bit out of sorts because of it. Used to doing stuff and things, and today mostly I just haven't. I played some Oxygen Not Included. Recorded a little bit of that, but yeah, mostly I went out and enjoyed the sunshine. I do a bit of juggling, a bit of Diablo. It's like a giant yo-yo on a string, between 2 bits of stick. It's good fun. All right, let's bring this guy back. Boom. That's a little less thrust than I was expecting to be kicking out. There we go. Much better. Obviously done for the docking. All right, that feels like it should be good. Oh, look at that. Should we try and aim just a little bit better? Can we aim on the very end of the KSC Peninsula there? Okay, there we go. We're gonna try for it. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see what happens here. We've got lots and lots of parachutes, so I don't think we're gonna actually die. Hey Greg, how you doing? Taking time for the KSP stream? You have indeed. We have literally just started. At the end of last stream, we got these guys out to the Station Core Alpha, and now we're going to bring them home. Unfortunately, it's quite dark. Let's go through the time warp a little bit faster than that. At the moment, Rodzor appears to not have the ability to face towards his retrograde marker. That's a bit of a shame. It's something that I like all my pilots to be able to do. Maybe this is the journey to do that. If not, we will grab ourselves some tourists and take them to the moon or something like that. Maybe when we land, we'll drop out and get Rodzor to place a flag. I don't know if we can place and pull back a flag, but placing a flag is one of the highest XP value activities that your Kerbals can do. Just going to take a small caffeine break here. Oh, that's quite hot. There's a bit of slurping going on there. bit of slurping going on there. We are in the atmosphere. We're at times 4. We're pointing in the right direction-ish. Let's bring this down and pull it up like that. Okay, cool. I'm going to check my trajectory. Let's see what it's saying here. It's saying that we are lofting. So if I kind of bring this down and maybe face it like that, do you see how the red cross there is aiming a little bit closer? So I'm fairly sure Joule is actually on the other side of the sun. Let's just quickly zoom out here. Yeah, there was no way it was going to be in between. I kind of dislike that. It looks like Joule is having a little bit of an eclipse there, but actually, it's on the other side, and that's not great. We saw Jebediah over there. For those of you watching the video series, last you saw he was headed to Eve. Because he's the only one who's made it outside of the solar system so far. Where is my alarm clock here? Waiting for the Moho window in 9 days. 9 days indeed. We might very well get the moon base going. I hope they have a landing indicator crossing KSB2, otherwise your Kerbal settlements will be doomed. Yeah, I hope so as well. It's not the easiest, as you can see, it's not the easiest thing in the world to pinpoint a landing like this. So it'd be nice if they gave you lots and lots of help there. Hey Riley South, how you doing? I hope you're having a great one. We're currently experiencing the thrills and spills of re-entry. Hopefully getting my pilot here to level up a little bit. He is our tertiary pilot. He's the third pilot that we have, obviously after Valentina, and there was another one. Of course, we don't speak of Jeb. Jeb has left the Kerbal space program that we're currently running here. He's off. He thinks he can go off on his own. We should really rename his ship to something like Jeb Be Here or something. I don't know. What would the name of the vessel that Jeb lives in for all eternity be called? You know, if Jeb was going to name it himself. Ooh, this is not very good at holding a good retrograde mark there. Okay, cool. Yeah, if Jeb was going to name his own vehicle, what do you think he would name it? The Excelsior, the moderately good at stuff. I don't know. I mean, there's lots of stuff to go out there. Jeb's out on business, indeed. Hey Forrest, how you doing, buddy? You having a good time? Hope so. I'm in need of caffeination today, it turns out. I've had a very lazy day, just sitting around, not really doing all that much, and it's really not done me well for... Oh, I wasn't paying attention. It's not done me well for being in the right frame of mind for that. Can you please... I mean, okay, so we're now going to be falling a little bit short. Let's have a look, see at the map, see what they reckon. Yeah, that's much more short than I would have liked. Can we face forwards and maybe fly this bad boy all the way in? We're going to go in and we're going to change our parachute angles here. We're going to bring down the altitude to 700 on both of them because I don't want them popping too soon. We've had that before where we've looked like we've been able to fly where we need to go. Come on, Radzor, get your face forward. Schumer after the ship in Dead Space, all doom and gloom on there. You know, I've not played Dead Space. It's a shame. There's a few games that I really should have. Things like Dead Space, BioShock. Would you believe I've not played BioShock? Okay, do you reckon we can just get going like that? I mean, it is only the Terrier engine. Like the chances of us actually being able to get any decent distance on it are pretty slim, but if we can use our aerodynamic hull here, as you can see, we are getting some lift, and hopefully we can get just a little bit closer to the KSC. I don't think we're going to get that close, and we're not going to get 100% recovery rates, but that's good. Name it the Boulder. I don't think Jeb would call that himself. We got to have a little bit of a storyline where Jeb is like hacking the systems and calling it his own thing and going off on a different direction, because I've realised that actually, whilst I've said Jeb needs to go to Eve, I originally sent him up the system, not down system, so we actually need to somehow shoehorn a storyline in there that means Jeb is going to Juna instead. So yeah, Dead Space is an incredible playthrough, and they remade it for the PS5 and Xbox. Okay, cool. I mean, unfortunately, I have neither of those. I am a solely computer player. I should probably pop some parachutes. That would help at some point. I didn't mean to pop the engines. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. In fact, we could have flown a lot better like that. Let's try and get a bit more forward velocity going. I love the shadows on this. This is great. All right, well, now we need to plummet. Excuse me, how dare you? How dare you? So this was really, if we're going for like in universe stories here, these guys were the sort of commercial test program. These were the ones that went up to the station, made sure they could make a delivery, and then came back. That's great, right? That's great. Okay, we got complaints in the background from my streaming software. Is it okay for you guys? I hope everything's coming through. Well, I find that it does complain at me before anything actually happens, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Right, let's go and have a look at some missions here. I want to do we have an Explore Moho? Is that a mission that we can even contract? Sorry, not a mission, a contract that we can even take. Yeah, I'm going to do it. We're going to upgrade. Bam! Tracking station has been fully upgraded. I cannot upgrade it anymore. That's good. Next we got our eyes on maybe the researched place, the mission control. Of course, VAB needs to go at some point. We could technically do it now, but I'm more worried about the launch pad with its 140-ton weight limit. I mean, that's $250,000. Should we? Oh, it's gone. It's done. All right, let's $500,000 just gone, just like that. I've upgraded both my launch pad and my runway so that we can launch anything we need to. Okay, so I've been saying we need to do this. Let's do that. Add a mobile processing lab to the Station Core Alpha. I've got a feeling we're going to come in at a funny angle. So we've already got. Let's pull up the actual station if we can. I think, no! Why is there music here? Stop! This ruins my recordings! How dare you! How dare you! So I used to just leave the music playing in the background, but you have no idea how much people complain if you play music at 4 times the speed it's supposed to be played at. I had no idea. I thought it was funny, but turns out people are like, no, how dare you ruin my smooth jazz like that? I'm like, okay, fair enough. Okay, so we're looking for Station Core Alpha. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're just gonna pull this off of here because we're not actually planning to launch this. We just wanted it for a scale. I wanted it for scale. That's what I wanted to do. First thing I want to do is to do something really quite tricky, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. I want to mobile processing lab. Okay, I want to attach it via docking port. I didn't mean to do it like that. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? Control Z. Thank you. We're going to grab that up and then turn this one. As soon as I figure out which button it is, that one. Okay. Somehow we need to attach this to the side of that. Now, there are ways to do it. And I'm trying to remember what they are right now. I think what we're going to do is this one. We're going to attach it to that end node there and rotate it around. Pull this down like so. This is not the rotation I want. The reason is because we've got a door there and I don't want the docking ports going over the front of the door. I don't mind losing a window. I think that's fine. We can kind of just see what's going on there. Do we actually, do we think this will work? I think this will work. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to go new, don't save, and we're going to start again from the processing lab. Great, beautiful. This way we don't have to worry about routage. Hey Landstrider, how you doing, buddy? How are you doing? We are moving our mobile processing lab up to the Station Core Alpha. I then think we're going to have to make some sort of gateway, a little Mooner lab with one of these on it that we could also attach. So we'd want a mobile processing lab. We want a drop ship to go down to the moon and come back up, and maybe some sort of ore processing. But I don't know if we're there yet. Hi, iDragoon, how you doing? Saw you last week. How much Delta V do you need to go to the moon and back? I always get enough for a one-way trip. Let me show you a mod that I've got installed. I say a mod, it puts a picture in the Kerpedia. Okay, this is all it does, and I recommend it to everybody. Here's the moon. You need 5,000 Delta Vs to get to the moon and land. But if you want to know specific parts of your trip, for instance, going from Kerbin to Kerbin orbit, that's what's kind of like this dot with the circle around. If it shows over here, low orbit, elliptical orbit. Going from Kerbin to low orbit, 3,400. I always say 3,500 because nobody flies a perfect flight. But then going from low orbit to the Monular flyby, or how about Monular orbit? You add the 8 and the 2, and you go, oh, that's about 10. I'm going to say 11 because we got some odds there as well. So I then add that up, and of course you have to come back as well. So this would be 3. 3.5, 4. Let's call it 4.5, and then come back with 5. So you've got to add it back as you're going. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The thing is, you don't need to spend this 3,400 because when you're on your way back, you just go through Kerbin's atmosphere, right? And you don't have to worry about the deorbit. So I go 512 plus another 1,000 back. Normally, my landing craft, I make sure has 1.5 kilometers, and that will get me back fine. That normally lands and gets me back fine. Don't save. Where's my landing craft? We had a landing craft. Let's see what we did with it. As soon as I figure out where he is. Did we not save it? Was it this one? Okay, so I've only got 5.4 there, and these guys literally went and came back. I don't know if they landed. I don't know. Did they land? Are these the guys that landed? Okay. Well, anyway, there we go. That's. I hope I was helpful. I know I'm a bit rambly. No, we don't want that. We want this over here. Give me the science. Okay. All right. We're back on track. Back in the room. And the docking port on that one there. All right. Beautiful. Can we tip this not that way, but that way? Okay, great. So this is the rocket. This is how we're going to fly it, I think. We're probably going to need a fairing of some description. Do you reckon we can put a probe core in the middle of there so that when I have no way of attaching because the Clampatron is a nice radial attach, but the probe is not. We do have ways around this. Inside the structural, we've got things like these. Oh, I thought this was going to attach. Oh, my bad. Oh, well, we can use the cubic octagonal and use that instead. I never really like using that because it ends up getting hidden, and that's not quite what I'm after. I like things that show up. We could also... I know a lot of these fuel tanks do. So this one, for instance, is a... radial attach. I don't know why they want us to always work from the sides though, but if we turn this round like this and pull it in, okay, this is looking a little bit more like it's intentional rather than just like welding a bit on the side. Is that the wrong side? That is the wrong size, but I feel like we could use it to hide some materials underneath, you know, like an actual ooh, maybe some communications under there. I think that's probably the way. It's not really the spot for... Ooh, look, new relay antennas. New relay antennas, beautiful. It's not really the spot for solar panels. There's a bit of a problem that like shade would be immense at that point. Can we attach these to this? Yes. All right, cool. We're gonna seal this up now and go for the small one like that. Okay. Which way are we gonna launch this? I was thinking like this, but now that I've gone and attached all these parts, I'm thinking, no, not that one. Maybe we want to launch it like that and just have some sort of huge extra rocket on this side to counteract the drag from this. Do we think that's the way? I think that might be the way. Gonna need some more Clampatrons though, yes. Okay, let's make a lifter for this. This is great. I think this has got what it needs. We need a way to fly it. Wait. We need a way to 5 times. There we go. 5 directional thruster blocks. I'm going to put 4 of them around here and 4 of them around here. We're going to include some RCS in our calculations. Do I not just have the nice RCS tank? That's terrible. We got monoprops there and monoprops there. I kind of wanted the inline one though to throw on the top. I suppose what we'll do instead is go. Ooh, I mean, as cool as that looks, I just want 2. Thanks. Can we make it line up with the windows? Is that a thing? So it looks like it's just a detail. Yeah, detailing. Look at that. Beautiful. You'd never know it wasn't meant to be. Right? Surely. Okay, so this is science module. That one? I don't know, one of those. Let's save this. And now let's think about how we're going to lift it. I think it's definitely much more about... So we've got this center of mass, right? It's off over here on this side. We could just build rocket to line that up. What's the largest fairing I've got? What's the largest size payload fairing I've got? It's not big enough. It's a 1.5. I mean, we can. No, that's it. That's the biggest we can do. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. I guess we're just gonna brute force and ignorance our way up into orbit then. I mean, if we're gonna do that, do we do it this way up? Because we're gonna be controlling from this Probodyne, right? That's the thing that's in charge. So do we just punch our way through? I think we're just gonna punch our way through. Let's do it. Let's punch. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is coupling, radial decouplers. They're not the orientation I want, but we can make that work. Hopefully the fact that they're over the doors won't be a problem. You should load some spare struts so your engineer can shore up against wobble. What a great idea. I think we will do that indeed. I think we're just going to brute force this. Wrong way up. We've got the wrong type of symmetry. Look, do you see? Do you see? If we put it this way up, this is the right. This is pointed the right way up. This is not. Okay, that's fun. It's fun. It's not quite what we want. Can we instead go We're going to change the root part. We're going to click on this, and then we're going to click on the Probodyne. The Probodyne should now be the root part. Is that going to change? Okay, I mean, yes, kind of. We're ended up with things in interesting positions. That's still not what I want. That is still not what I want. How about if we take this off? I kind of want to rotate, so press 3. Rotate this around this axis. That's the wrong thing to rotate. The reason being that we've got antenna and stuff, so if we rotate this one instead, the probe core will stay aligned, and hopefully, yeah, okay, that's better. Now I just need to make it look like we're not going to rip the whole thing apart as soon as we hit the start button. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. This is it. This is the thing we're going to launch. Going to be great. What's my to weight ratio? 3.8. Beautiful. All right, that's exactly. These are the numbers I wanted to hear. 2.5. We're nearly there. We are nearly actually there. Can I load stuff yet? Does that work like this? It does work like that. Okay, so putting some struts inside the mobile processing lab. We do need some. Oh, okay, some solar panels. We don't need that many. Take that away. There was something that I saw Landstrider using that I did not. These things here. I didn't even know the EVA experimental briefcase was a thing, so we're going to pop that on there. We will eventually send a whole nother unit up to hold a bunch of moon ground-based science stuff that we could take to the surface with Bob. I'm guessing Bob. Bob's the guy who's been getting all the science so far. Okay, this is looking pretty strutty. I like this. Let's put down another tank on top of it. What's the largest tank we've got? These ones? To weight ratio is still fine. Are we really going to do this? I think we are. I think we are. Oh, that's the wrong size tank. What about that one? Okay, cool. 3.2. It's still a little short. It's still a little short. Can I do this with one? 2.29. Okay, we need some boosters at this point, but we essentially do have what we need here. We're going to see if we can't fly these two back together. Yes. Where's the other important features of this? Like, where is the center of, like, that's the center of mass. The center of the aerodynamic drag kind of has to be down this low with this guy. That's kind of one of the things I'm worried about, is not spinning out horrifically. Okay, we can only have that type of mirror. That's cool. No! You know when you click the wrong thing, you're like, good job, but Control Delete, sorry. Undo exists. Control Z. That's the button I was thinking about. Okay, this is cool. This is fine. Let's put this like so. Is this gonna fly? I think this is gonna fly. This is gonna fly incredibly well. We just need one more kickback booster on each of these sides. What could possibly go wrong here? 3.8. I want to bring these down together. 3.7. We're going to have a good time, I think. I can't see any reason why this wouldn't work. Actually, parachutes on everything. That way we can pretend that we are a reusable space program. I don't think these ones are going to come into it, but that should slow them down enough. Now, these ones are actually going to be super heavy. Now, the fact that they have these two fins on the back here, I know will mean that they're going to fly down. Can we grab this? They're going to fly down. Where's the button I'm looking for? At this angle. They're going to get low to the ground, go whoosh, come back up just as they slow down below supersonic, and then crash down like this. That's what they do. So if I could use the parachutes to stop that by maybe having a drogue at the top here, then that would be great. Hopefully we'll be able to follow this the whole way through. Let's throw some solar panels on the outside edge here, so everything should be good. Aerodynamic nose cones, of course. And I think we got a craft here. I think we've got a craft. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff that we've forgotten. But I'll blame you guys post the facts for that, for not oh yeah, oh that's great, for not knowing the thing that I should have known anyway. Tiny, very small, these are not the words I'm looking for. There we go, that and that. I think we should be able to launch this. 3.7. It's got a bunch of monoprop to move. It's not got a bunch of monoprop, that's the problem. It's got some monoprop. We could do with having a bunch of monoprop. I kind of missed the, what is it, interstellar fuel switch. It used to enable you to change any tank for any other tank, which was great. It was amazing being able to, like, I don't need this 2 meter fuel tank. Let's turn it into an RCS tank. I don't actually have any other RCS tanks here. That's a shame. That's a shame. Well, we've got lots of parts being used there. Let's hope that that's good enough. Even these are like terrible, tiny. All right, let's try it. Does this have fuel on it? It does have fuel. I tell you what, we're gonna put tiny little engines on if we got them. We don't. Just drain the fuel. Don't need it. Get rid of it. It's just dead weight at this point. We need to use lots of other things to get us there. Look at our Delta V now. Oh, we're definitely gonna use this to fly up there. Most definitely. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Blank screens of loading. Okay, we are headed to this guy. Okay, that's great that you're just passing me there. That's not really ideal. We could, I suppose, launch into a lower orbit. I have specifically put it there. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. I don't think my staging's right. Let's go! Yeah, my staging really wasn't right. And away we go. Alright, cool. Trying to look about 10 degrees here. Are we controlling from here? Okay. This should be fine. I've never had any problem controlling from a probe core that isn't directly attached to the rocket before. No, that doesn't lead to induced wobble at all. We are punching through the atmosphere pretty hard, actually. I don't want to be doing that. We want to take it nice and slow. We are a funny shape. Funny shaped rockets tend to not do so well going so fast through the lower atmosphere. Got to try and steer as close to equatorial as possible if I want to meet my craft. Ooh, dude, meet my target in time. There are definite forces at play on this craft that we don't normally have, probably to do these great big sticky outfits here. That's fine though, that's fine. I want to try and hold at about 45 degrees. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Drop those solids. Can we turn and look the right way again? We have a Delta V budget that would do it. No, I don't think we're going to be able to turn. Too much drag at the back. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to push, and now I'm going to throttle, and hopefully. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We've got control. Is it enough control? I don't know. We're just going to throw ourselves. Right, we're going out into orbit, so that's fine. Well, not into orbit. Out of. We're suborbital. That's the word I'm looking for. We are going out of the atmosphere. We are coming to vacuum. Oh, man. The spin's all right actually at the moment. We could do worse. We could do better. What's going on electric wise? I feel like we're draining electric. Another thing I've noticed that maybe, just maybe, we don't actually have any SAS units on here. Do these provide any SAS? They got reaction wheel on them. I don't think they're really giving it the oomph that they could though. Getting close to being back in control. I'm looking at the controls here that are trying to pull and push. It's all fine. It's all fine. Atmosphere indeed such a drag. I'm surprised that we're doing fine actually. We've got 2.5 kilometers of delta V left. We're pointing roughly in the right direction. I'm now gonna just tickle in some engine power there to get us pointed exactly where we want to be. I want to look down towards my horizon. I think we salvaged it. I think we may have salvaged it. It was looking very sketchy for a moment. Very, very sketchy. But just before we get to Apple Apps, which, let's be honest, is the best place to do this, we've managed to get control again. And now I'm going to push for a circular orbit. All right, nice. We want to try and keep it low, though. We want to try and keep it low so we can intercept our station over there. We are just below our Apple Apps at the moment. We're about 40 seconds away from it, though that is increasing as time goes on because we're thrusting a little bit too hard. Let's bring that down. I don't want my Apple Apps to end up meeting the same height as my station. I still can't select the station. There we go. Set as target. Beautiful. I was hitting left and right quite dramatically there, but it wasn't working for me, was not. Okay, I want to bring us up to Apple Apps as fast as possible. I prefer to overshoot just a little bit rather than undershoot. When I'm undershooting, I tend to push my Apple Apps higher and higher, whereas if I overshoot, I tend to be just a little bit more conservative. That's a 7. Is that a 70 there? That is a 70. Brilliant. That's exactly what we need. We don't have an intercept because this Apple Apps isn't high enough yet. Let's warp around to the side and see if we get... we should be catching on it, but it's not going to be that much because we're not that low. Look at that communication line there. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. It's going to take a couple of orbits, I think. Time warp complete. We do not have control. We've got no electric. What? Where's the sun? It's over that way somewhere. Okay, that's fine. Let's time warp through and then think about which way our solar panel. There we go. We got some solar power. That's fine. Can you tip up, please? Is it even a thing? Is it even a thing? Okay, let's I do this, add no, slash. I want to add a maneuver and see what happens with our intercepts there. Okay, it's looking okay. It's not quite where I want to put things. Maybe I should have done this on the Periaps side down here. That way I could have just push the Apple Apps to just touching like this, something about there, and then we could have seen what our separation is. That's quite a lot actually. That's quite a lot. Let's bring it back down. I literally just want the Apple Apps to touch. We're descending node 0.2. Oh, let's go do it. Let's go do it. With how long have we got until? It doesn't tell me over here. Still 9 days. This is good. This is good. I was a little bit worried that we were starting to run out of time before the Moho run. We're not going to be able to turn, are we? Let's just do it like this. We're going to... I should put these onto auto hibernate. It won't let me do it whilst we're time warping. Hibernation... auto. I want all of these to be auto hibernate. That way it saves my power whilst I'm time warping. Bam. Okay, cool. That should be a bit better. And we'll just have to use our engine power to try and face in the right direction at the right time. Plan anyway. Though we do appear to be facing almost entirely the wrong direction. That's always nice. It's always nice. Trying to... How far have we got until the burn needs to start? About 50 seconds. There is a little bit of movement happening. It's just turning. It's just being able to turn. You wouldn't know it by the nav ball. You wouldn't know it at all by the nav ball. But I am really... It's amazing how much the same angle can be displayed in two separate ways, and one looks massive and big turns, and then this one is just like, oh man, we've really taken that long to do 10 degrees. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Angular velocity, it's very confusing. Look at the rate my heading's changing though. That's cool. All right, we are getting around to the right time. We've got 10 seconds left on that burn timer though. I'm gonna have to put the engine to work in this one. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, we're now turning a lot faster. The reason that it's a shame is because we have pushed the maneuver node beyond what we wanted. Okay, that's livable. Or is it? What are we left with here? That's fine. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, which way is the sun? It's off over that way. We're pointed roughly in the right direction. I have pressed T. Well, we're just gonna have to wait then. Just gonna have to wait. Let's speed this up through the. Well, I suppose we could just leave us rolling with the actual time warp. I do have persistent rotation installed, so we can go as fast as we like, and we're not really that worried about the fact that we could at any moment be completely blocked off from the sun. It's something that happens quite a lot to me. I find myself getting blocked off quite a bit. So add a maneuver. That was one orbit there. 2 orbits. Oh, it's good. It's good. Can we get that a little better? Beautiful. Just like that. That's the maneuver we want to do, but it is distance away. Distance away. Let's try and make this. That's the wrong one. Somewhere we're going to have a 0. Oop, too far. Okay, there we go. That is some pretty close encounters there. More reactions next time. Yeah, definitely. I didn't think about it on the lifter. Actually, I didn't think about it on this either. That's going to make it interesting to do some docking. I'm going to try and pull up now. No, in fact, we've got electric charge, so I'm just going to time warp my way into the future. Are we now hibernating? I think we should be. Let's have a look. Hibernation off. Not quite how I would have liked it, though we are chewing through much less power, so I'm going to assume that it just has not updated through the time acceleration. That's fine. All right, give me enough power to be able to do what I need to do. This is good. I want to now face up towards my maneuver here. Yeah, definitely more reaction wheel. So much more reaction wheel. Though it's a 2-hour wait. It's a 2-hour wait. I am tempted. If we use physics accelerate, I should be able to Yeah, you heard me. I should be able to turn my craft at the same time. I am burning through a little bit of power. I'm more surprised that we've not been able to stop it completely yet. Where's the control pane? I'm kind of expecting that to still be there. Docking mode, none of these are what I want. None of these are what I want. Let's get back to the maneuver node one. Okay, we've managed to somewhat stop. That's good. We're very close to stopping. Unfortunately, it does look like we're very close to stopping with no solar charge. So I'm going to carry on letting it to turn for now. Turn the SAS off and go ×4. Just until we've got this solar panel here in the sunlight. Just a little bit further. A little bit further. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we should be able to slow down properly and face up towards the maneuver node, which we've got a 2-hour window for, or 2 hours to wait anyway. So if we could just get close to looking at it and then do our best to stop rotating after that, which is possibly the biggest challenge we've got. Yeah, I wonder how you get back to the control display, the one that shows us this. Okay, so this one here turns it on and off. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so I spent all that time trying to pull up. Now I'm going to try and push it forwards. Yeah, definitely need many more SAS units if I'm going to be having persistent rotation on all the time. I've got to try and get this down to like minimal minimal angular velocity. Is there something on the Kerbal engineer that tells me my vessels? Let's get rid of the rendezvous and vessel. Is there like an angular direction? You know, something that goes, oh, you are moving this fast at this direction. It doesn't. I mean, it shows you the rate of change here, which technically I should be able to get one from the other, but that sounds complicated. All right, looks like roughly I'm able to hold myself in place here. Let's just let the SAS try and fight it and hold it in place, and then we'll do a... Is it holding? Is it holding? Pitching back the other way. I guess we're going to take that as good. Let's time accelerate. Yeah, look at that. We are great. All right, we have got a 2 hours passing around the planet. It's nice. I never know which way to look properly when we're doing that, but this is now where we want to be. All right, great. We're trying to come in for a nice low fuel cost maneuver here. 50 seconds to go, 68 meters per second delta V. Why has one of my engine got no fuel in it and one of them's got all the fuel? What? No, they're all at the same level. I think this lies to me. Yeah, it says this one's empty. It's not. It's not even slightly empty. I mean, it is mostly empty, but it's not emptying out. Okay. I don't like that. It lies to me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So, what's our rendezvous angle? Do we have any for this? Does it tell me? There's our target. Great. We've got a phase angle, transfer angle. We've got 9 seconds to burn. Okay, here we go. Let's just hide the engineer. This is always too much, and I spend forever looking at it, and I never do exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, here we go. Burn, burn, burn. This should work out pretty nicely. Boop. I'll take it. Let's have a look at our 10 kilometers over there. Great. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do we think that down to the planet is the direction I want to be looking? I'm not sure either. I am not sure either. What I'm going to do is go warp round to here, and we'll see what happens. Am I tumbling? I'm tumbling. Let's not do that. Let's try and hold ourselves in some sort of orientation. I wish I could predict which orientation I'm going to need to be. Like, am I slowing down to meet it here? Am I matching its velocity here? Maybe if we come around this way, we can... I seem to be spinning roughly around the retrograde maneuver, so maybe we'll get it. Maybe it'll be what we want. Maybe I'll be able to just push us in the right direction. Let's turn SAS off for now. Ooh, that's a lot of overlays. Look at the liquid fuel oxidizer. All right, cool. Right, I'm trying to look for the retrograde target marker. I'm just going to keep pushing myself using these little nudges here. I'm a little surprised that it's saying that it wants me to go right and up, despite the fact that I'm tapping. Why is it... Why has it got inputs? Have I been pressing the wrong buttons? Let's pull that forwards. So press Alt and the direction, and it will change this like trim for you. That could have been a problem that I was having there. I wonder if that's transferred from old things or whether I was trying to use the throttle and I interfered with myself. I mean, both of these sound like things I would have done in the past. Okay, electric charge is burning through, but I think we're fine. Maybe if I just ever so slightly... Have I got my alternator turning? Yeah, look at that. So now that we've ever so slightly got the engines burning, we're making a little bit of power, but more importantly, have exquisite control. I've turned the engines off because I didn't want to change my direction too much. As you can see, we've gone from 10 to 12. That's not great, but it's not the end of the world. We've had worse. Okay, let's try and just slow our rotation down if at all possible. Does that look about right? Looks about right. Where is the craft? Where are we trying to aim for? 10.8 has definitely got closer. That's nice. Let's warp in a little closer. Good. I like that we're not drifting too far on the nav ball. Clear my throat. Excuse me, guys. Okay, actually, it looks like we're coming in. Oh, we're coming in a little heavy, little hot. Might be. Okay, I was kind of expected to be able to see it by now. Around here somewhere, but no. Also, I was expecting to see the target markers, but that also doesn't appear to be the thing. Is it behind me somewhere? Is it in front of me somewhere? Have I pressed F4 by accident, and now we're just trying to stare off at something that should actually be there, but isn't? Okay, looking at the target marker there, that's great. We get to push those two back together and be even closer. Look at that. Yes. It's a shame we're not able to change our inclination yet, but saying that, I should try and change my rotation so that one of these is facing a bit more into the sunlight. We do have sunlight coming in. That's fine. That's fine. I'm assuming that this orientation is this orientation. I don't know if that's... No, actually it's upside down, but that's fine. That's fine. If you are ever really struggling, I highly recommend, look, using the locked camera view, and suddenly everything makes sense. You are in the same orientation as this, and once again, you get to marvel at the different speeds of rotation. Like, look how fast this is going, despite the fact that if we go onto free camera, it doesn't look like it's going at all. I mean, what is? Oh, that is a sight. That is a sight. Look at that. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. All right. We can't spend too long doing that though, because we are trying to rendezvous. Okay, headed almost directly towards them now. Or behind us. Can I press F4? Is it there? Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Now that I know the F4 trick, thank you very much, Landstrider. We can see this stuff happening. All right, great. This is a little bit more involved than I was expecting. I was just like, yeah, let's just launch a craft, no problem. It'll kill some time whilst we wait for the Moho window, and yeah, it killed some time. It definitely killed some time. Okay, we gotta wait now. Basically, what's our next closest approach over there? 19 kilometers. I feel like we might be here. I feel like this might be the point where I say goodbye to these stages and try it with the craft. And as much as I'm saying that, I'm like, oh, I could actually just bring these down to like 5% thrust and use these to get closer. There's 5%, all right. I've got a little bit of thrust. I don't know if you can see the gap there. I've just got a little bit going so I can, more than anything, so I can direct my direction of travel. We've lost control. That's not great. I've got a throttle on. Okay, cool. What happened there? I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. We're gonna do our best to actually slow down relative to this craft now. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we're going to use this rotation that we've got to try and turn around and fly towards it a little bit more. I kind of like the shape that we've got here whilst I'm looking at this. I feel like we could have taken the weight off of this and maybe smeared it across the bottom a little bit more, and it had almost a a boat and a bridge, that kind of look going on. Nice. Okay, we got no solar panels on the back end of this craft, so we're almost entirely down to using the engines to provide electric, which we need to do before we run out of power. Because if we run completely out of power, then we can't fire the thing back up, which is always nice to think about. Okay. 3 inputs. Good to see my keyboard can take it. Okay, we're heading towards it a little bit more. I'm not sure how close or what I want to be. Before I pop this and start flying on RCS. We don't have much monoprop. That's the problem. That's the problem. Try and point a bit more towards it. Potes and hose. Oh man, I've lost control again. There we go. I wonder what is causing the control loss. trying to turn. I'm kind of tapping full throttle and then killing it, and I hope to be able to spin myself a bit quicker. Okay. Alright, I think this might just have to be it. I'm just gonna stop myself here. In the best manner that I can, anyway. And then we're gonna drop this and do it all on RCS at this point. Okay, let's do it. Quick save, just in case. If we pop this, all the parachutes pop, right? Pop. Okay, everything is away. Gonna take control. No, not of you. Not of you, but the one we already had control of. Alright, cool. We aim from here. Why does this have no power? Oh, no! There's zero power gen on this at all. Oh man, and it's not even as if it's deorbiting, so I can't be like, all right, well let's watch it go bad. Sad times, sad times. All right, let's try this again, but this time with all the solar panels. And actually, this means we'll end up with a whole bunch of solar panels in orbit that we get to use on other craft at some point. So you know, silver linings are there, but man, I had to look for them quickly. Let's go for those 6. Yeah, that looks good. All right, this should be better. And we're actually going to wait this time for the launch, right? Well, that one didn't go well. Every now and then, you just got to be like, oh, it's gone wrong. Reaction. Ooh, dude, you nailed it. You nailed it. Reaction wheels. Was there anything else? I mean, I would have liked to have got more SAS on this, but we couldn't. And I'm very tempted to see if we can get little engines for the payload. I've only got the bigger ones. Okay, hang on. Let's do that then. Did that fit in there? It doesn't fit in there, but I'm just gonna kind of hacks it. No, it's not great. It's not ideal, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Why didn't it? Hang about. There's a problem here. There we go. Beautiful. All right, much better. Much better. Apart from this is horrific. Yeah. What's gone wrong here? So look at this. There's some twist here. I mean, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. But look, this is this angle. They're about 5 degrees off from each other. Interesting. I just wanted to let you know, you scroll through your videos there, the Fast and Light video says streamed 51 years ago. Oh man, anyway, hi 007 Fossil Returns, how you going? That's good work. I don't know how I did that. I take full responsibility, of course, though. Right, we're going to wait for this to get round to the desert this time. Ta-da. All right, cool. We're launching. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I think I've got some of these parachutes. Oh, SAS. There we go. I think I've got some of these parachutes in the wrong stage. Things like that one needs to come up there. 1, 2. That one's not on the right place. Okay, there we go. We got staging sorted out now. Okay, that maybe who knows? Man, I haven't played Fast and Light in time actually. Miss it. I miss it. Though, to be fair, if I want to play similar rogue type games, roguelite games, sorry, we got some better games than that now. Actually, I'm not sure if we got better than Fast and Light. Fast and Light was the pinnacle of game design of its type for quite some time. Quite some time. Oh, I remember. This is going to flip out any moment. All right, let's follow the prograde a little more strictly than we did last time. We can just get out. Yeah, I can already feel it pulling. Watch my controls down here. We're getting very sort of having to tap everything. We're at 50-kilometer Apple apps though, and actually this is held together a lot better than last flight. Last flight we ended up spinning around quite severely. I'm going to go for the 79-kilometer Apple apps there. Once again, keeping it low just in case. Can I actually? There we go. Set this target. You know what? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna try and match with this first one. Hopefully, if we just fly up just high enough, we'll get some sort of indication of whether we are early or late. If we're early, we'll fly up and over it. If we're late, we'll just stop what we're doing and try and get a smaller circle going. I think we're early though, if I'm to be honest with you. I think we're early. Also, we're a little bit out of angle. Oh, wrong button. Little bit out of angle. Which way do I want to go here? I want to go south. Let's try and turn this. Am I still inside the atmosphere? Just. It doesn't really matter. We're at 63 kilometers. I look at to the top right there, but also it's at the top of my screen here. But top right, we've got the Kerbal engineer giving us just a few more details. Okay, I literally want to turn all the way over here now. I want to bring this down. This is terrible. All right, descending no touches. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, we need to go higher. We need to go a lot higher, and we're actually looking like we're going to have a single flight. We're going to get there as the station gets there. Beautiful. I love it when that happens. I love it when a plan comes together. Maybe fly a little higher. Okay, I will take that one for now. We're going to have to stay up our Apple apps just a little bit longer than we would normally like. But that should not be a problem. Are they not going to meet? Are they not going to meet? They're like, nah, you're on the wrong side of us. Can I get that descending node? Ooh. Be nice, but I just don't think that's the way to do it. Like that. Oh, it's extreme. Are we gonna do the extreme? I'm gonna do the extreme. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We got the SAS to do the turns. There's some debris. Where is that craft? There it is. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna match up. We're gonna find it. We're gonna do the birds. Come here. Oh, big turn. For craft this size, and just before that maneuver, it would have ripped itself apart. That was a huge G-force turn there. The ends would have just been pinged off. Okay, there we go. I'll take that. I'll take that. Look at this. Yes. Okay, we're at the target. We're facing backwards. This is good, or at least facing at the retrograde to our target marker. We're coming in at 2 kilometers. Oh, it's amazing how much better a flight goes if you just wait to the right launch time. Just had to wait a few hours. I should know better. I should know better. See, now I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to do the long format of telling that story that we just did, or whether that's just going to be a 5-minute sort of, hey, we did this and it all went wrong. For those of you who are not aware, I do release a video. I aim for every Thursday. Sometimes it's every Friday. Doing the highlights of basically what happened here. It's not me talking now. I do a voiceover over it again. Over. You heard me. And we tell a much better story in the video than we do here. Like a much better story. We got Jebediah out there trying to stick it to the man. We're trying to build our tourism empire. Sorry, so I'm bringing the two circles over each other, or at least the two crosses over the top of each other, so that we should be headed pretty much on a collision course. 0.00. Okay, that's always good. We got to get it right this time, guys, else it's all over. Why am I losing power? Because we're losing power. Okay, this isn't great because I'm facing in the right direction. Okay. I'm just going to press T here and see what happens. Hopefully it could just hold itself with a bit of poise, bit of elegance. I don't know. We're coming in less than 1 kilometer, though. I should probably start accelerating to catch up with them. Look, here he comes. It's speeding up. We're 100 meters per second out of sync. A bit more. Following the nav ball rather than what's going on the screen, because it's scary. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, cool. Let's do a detach. Control from here. And we want to aim at the other side. Aim at this one. This can I please aim at that one? Okay, set as target. Great. All right. It's a good one. It's a good one. Press R and I'm going to orientate without the use of that. No, I'm not, because it's not got an SAS module on it. Okay, cool. Please do not cost me too much fuel. Let's get out of there. Oh no. Okay, let's try and face the target. Okay, and then try and cancel everything out if I can. This might not be the most fuel efficient I've ever been here. We are burning SAS like you would not believe, and that is not what I want. Okay, let's turn that off. Just going to drift for a bit now. We're just going to drift. This might take a while. All right, whilst that's drifting, I'm going to swap over here, and we're going to deorbit those later. We're going to watch them deorbit. Thumbs up for redundancy. You know it, man. Yeah. If you have enjoyed this horrifically bungling mess that has been this quick jaunt to add a bit to a space station before we build an actual moho vessel, please give us a thumbs up. It helps the stream unbelievably. Hey, Super Gary Gamer, you're about an hour late. Nothing to worry about though, because as always, we spent the first hour mucking around and getting things wrong, and now we're actually doing the mission properly. I believe that to be the traditional way of playing Kerbal. I might be wrong, but it definitely looks to be the way that people play Kerbal. Okay, we're still drifting roughly the right direction. It does have an SAS unit on it. Okay, look at that. It does slow down eventually, and it does point in the direction I want it to go. Okay, this is good. This is good. So we're going to be using the RCS to try and get behind that craft, which is miles away, and we're already through quite a lot of our monoprop. But we're gonna see what we can do here. Okay, go. Okay, flight is our friend. I'd also be very friendly towards holding our orientation right now. If that wants to be my friend as well, that would be helpful. Okay, we are drifting really well. Okay, I think we can start thinking about slowing down before we. I mean, I don't know. We'll wait. We want to go beyond. There they are. We get to deorbit those soon. I'm going to see if I can't try and bring them in around the KSC. Let's try and point towards this marker down here, so then I can go almost exactly opposite to my direction of travel, which is what we're trying to do. Okay, that's a good stop. I like it. Now we need to try and face that station core target over there. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Some cordon bleu. My French accent is terrible. I could try harder if you want, but I don't. Okay, let's try and... We're spinning hard. We're spinning fast. Oh, is it okay, though? I think we're fine. We're going to end up looking in the right direction. This is good. This is actually working out well. All right, beautiful. I'm glad that only a few people were around to watch the terribleness that was the earlier one. Okay, this is good. We're looking in roughly the right direction, but I feel like my rotational orientation has a bit to be desired. The spin is happening. It's working. Sorry, I feel bad. Okay, is this good? Good enough for me. Let's try and point in the right direction. Okay, so we're going to have to drift upwards just a little bit. I'm wondering whether we want to do that like this. No, not that one. Wait, this way. Okay, here we go. I've lost my direction marker. I don't know which way we're doing. Okay. can I get this orientation right? Let's just go and touch it, and we'll see what we can do from there. You know how I keep saying there's only one way to fly, and this is not it? Stop. 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 Oh, no. Okay. V. Okay, locked camera mode. Really? This is the orientation I'm using? No wonder I can't fly. Okay. Want to go that way. I want to slow down. Okay. Now that I've got my orientation correct, we should be able to just drift past it. Let's turn that off. Oh, gosh. Stop wasting my fuel, RCS. Stop wasting my fuel. We're drifting in the right direction now. Woo-wee. Okay, that was a moment of panic. There was moments there where I was not sure if we were actually flying in the right direction. But now we are roughly drifting in the right direction. Let's put that there. You can tell because the marker is on the other side of the pink one, and I'm drifting towards that marker, right? So if it's on directly the opposite side, we are headed through that way. We are desperately short of monoprop. Desperately short of monoprop, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it happen. Okay, we're nearly at the point where I'm just looking in the right direction. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Brought all the circles together. What more could we want? Yes. Yes. Press T. Yes! Where is it? There it is. There it is. Woo-wee! Contact! We got the contract. We're all good. Let's orientate this a little bit better. Hold up. Look at that. That's I dislike. I dislike. We can do better. Alignment angle. Is that better? Wait a minute. About there. 8? Were we 8 degrees off? Oh, I kind of feel bad. But 8 degrees, not bad. Not bad. Okay, cool. I should take a moment to just let this sit here. I want this to go sort of somewhat northwards if we can. Does this have power and monoprop and stuff? Kind of. Okay, well, whilst this spins around, let's take a moment to look at the map, figure out where we are. Okay, I know what we're doing now. We're going to swap over to these guys. Hi, how's it going? So this guy, he is going to deorbit. With Minik and Monica, we also going to get Moek and Mozik. Maybe. We're definitely going to have a Moek. That's almost definite. Because the Ix were just the scout programs, if you will. Do we have enough fuel to start? No, we're not fuel. Enough power to start our engines. We don't. Can I put this... Hi. Can we just hibernate for a bit? And that should bring some power back online. I mean, as it is, I think... everything important has already been triggered. Do we just bring her back? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just bring her back. We'll run with this one and we'll see what's up. Okay, we're slowing down, but not much. There we go. Now we're slowing down. I can't stop. All right, well. We'll stop when it stops, it turns out. Okay, there we go. I got it. Well, I was aiming for the KSC. Turns out we're going this way. I'll take that. We'll deorbit the other one in a much more controlled manner. I guess we just let this one run for it. Whoa! It's got a little bit of fuel in it, so the center of mass isn't exactly where you would expect it to be. Okay, I always like watching these ones coming through the atmosphere. The ones with this very asymmetrical lift profile. Should we actually turn the aerodynamic forces on and see what goes down? I'm gonna... that one. We're gonna do this. Gonna look. I mean, I suppose we want to see the fire coming out. Let's just leave it like that. Let's just leave it like that. Up to ×4 physics warps, and when it gets interesting, we'll slow it back down. Right now, we can see a couple of drag vectors coming out. Things are getting a little warm though. Things are getting a little warm. Slowing down to ×3. The lift is starting to orientate our vessel. The real question that I've got here is our vessel going to come in engine first or nose first? Which way will that drag end up working for us? I'm totally expecting those little wings to kind of kick the back end up and backwards. That's what I'm expecting, but I wasn't really expecting the major part of the drag to also be coming from lower down in the craft. I was expecting the upper panels to have just as much to say about the drag as the lower panels. Turns out that's not the case. Not the case at all. Spinning almost wildly. It's actually quite a good re-entry profile. It could be a lot worse. If I was coming home in a space plane like this, I would actually feel relatively comfortable. I'd be like, right, was not exactly the orientation I was after. It never is exactly the orientation you're after. But it looks stable enough that when we fire up our engines, we might be able to turn back around and see what's going on. All right, the next thing I want to know is what happens when we get down to a low enough area. Oh, our drogue chute opened up. I forgot all about that. Okay, I was kind of expecting the aerodynamic forces of the actual body itself to come into play before the parachutes, but no, turns out not the case. Not the case at all. Oh, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Let's take a reorientation of the camera. I like this blue nebula we got in the background here. I think it's a beautiful thing. A very, very beautiful thing. Coming down kind of nicely, actually. Well, look. Can we all take a moment to note how well balanced this is? I bet if I cut that drogue chute, I can't cut it. That's a shame. Like, no electric power. You can't do anything. That is a shame. I would have liked to have seen whether it was like so perfectly balanced or not. All right, let's drop it down. Let's drop it down. Coming down low enough to actually splash into the water. That's a shame. That's a shame. We ended up blowing up some tanks. We're not recovering? I thought we were recovering. Turns up, no. That's not a thing. We get money. I mean, we kind of did. We kind of did. All right, let's bring the other one home now. Hopefully, it should be in the perfect place. Splash down? No. Okay, cool. We got some money for that. This is the one we want to bring back now. I love the birds in the KSC. They're great. They're great. Okay, we got control. This was somewhat unexpected. Somewhat unexpected. But it looks like we're about to have a sunrise as well. All right, beautiful. Let's flow our way into the future. That's what I'm trying to say here. And kind of point ourselves backwards. We just want to slow down enough to bring us to a nice position outside the KSC. That would be great. If we could just do that. I'm currently at very, very minimal throttle. Suddenly more throttle is needed. Okay, does the engine stopped at the moment? I don't know. No, it appears that we are indeed doing stuff, and I don't like the way that is totally flat. I'm just going to be hammering the X button just in case we get any power at all. Enough to stop. It looks like we may have stopped actually. Oh, no, it's going back up. It's going back up. Can't hibernate. Well, I guess we're just in the hands of whatever god wishes to watch us here. As you can see, the fuel is ever so slightly draining down. So yeah, for this launch craft could definitely have done with a ring of solar panels as well. I would really like to get enough fuel burning to actually, get enough. Stop. In fact, there we go. Let's just burn out some fuel while we can, and maybe we'll eventually end up looking in the right direction at the right time to be able to slow ourselves down enough. I mean, that's going to be my plan here. That's going to be my plan. We'll see how well it works out. We've got quite a nice rotation coming down, so it should be able to do all sorts of things for us, apart from we're at 0-0. So, all right, maybe not. Let's pop those parachutes first, shall we? That might be a winner. That might be a winner. 41 kilometers. We've got enough power being built up that we should be able to do a bit more of a retrograde burn at just the right time. I'm worried that the retrograde burn will actually not stop, but that's the way I think sometimes. Or okay, I'll take that. We're gonna end up flying a little bit, so I will take that. And I'm also gonna press T there. Will it slow us down enough? No, we're just gonna swing on through. But hey, we started slowing down a little bit. I suppose that's the best we can aim for. The station is on its way. I think I'm gonna change the title of the stream. We're obviously not gonna get round to a bit of moho today. Let's be like Station Fun Times or something like that. Okay, let's save that. Great. Yeah, so, I mean, I've also already got an idea of what we want. We literally are sending the version of the Minnock or whatever down to Moho with us, Like, there's not much that we want on the craft that we didn't already send to the moon or whatever. We want to be able to make a multi-spectral scan if possible. We want to be able to get some actual science if possible. We want to biome data. Like almost always, that's just what I want. I want the biome data. I want biome data, and I want that planning map that enables me to set down waypoints and stuff like that. Absolutely amazing. I've been editing last week's stream together, and I'm like, that was so handy, so handy. There's the desert launch strip down there. That's a runway. That's a runway, which must mean somewhere over here is the temple. Maybe over that way is the temple. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Can we press T here and bring ourselves into an orientation that we can deal with? We can. All right, great. Which way's the sun? I was about to try and keep my solar panel pointed at it. Isn't there an extra Moho probe part? Maybe. Let's have a look when we are landed. Can I press T? Can we orientate towards the sun? Sun orientation. Can it happen? No, can't. The power of this axis rotation is so strong, so strong. Orientation is kept. Yes. Now can we pull up like this? I mean, I don't know why it thinks that we've not got the power. Look, it's blatantly coming in. Mostly I want to be able to look pro-grade so that I can have some sort of, I think it's called the Moho Observer. Okay, I will definitely go have a look. Oh, come on. Let's have some orientation holding up. I kind of want to just be here. Apart from it won't let me because SAS takes power. Too much power. We're still not even into the atmosphere. Just trying to hold steady, man. Just trying to hold steady. Okay, hopefully this is it. Orientation is strong. Got 10 electric charges. Should be fine. So, note to self for future. Batteries. Batteries are a thing. Batteries or more solar panels. Either one of those would have saved the day today. Either one of those. I mean, to be fair, it's not like the day is ruined, but let's give it a little oomph. Yeah, there we go. We are now going to crash somewhere near the KSC. I sure hope anyway. It's going to get a little weird when I start spinning out of control, but we're gonna F2 it again. We're gonna watch this direction, I think. Just gonna watch this direction. I'll be very surprised if we hold a series. Yeah, that's it. We're already spinning around. I think I made sure to pop all my parachutes. This is kind of the less known landmass down this way, like the southern edge of the KSC. I don't think I go that way. I don't think many people go this way. When they're flying, they normally tend to go that way, I find. To my mind, anyway. Okay, surprising. Oh, pressed F3 as well as F2. Surprisingly stable. Nice, nice. Okay, there goes a drogue. Okay, can we hold orientation? Can we try and tell it which way we want to go? No. It's a very quick answer there. No. Little bit of a fuel burn there. Now can I cut the parachute? Now that we don't need, now that we've got power? Cut parachute. Alright, does this equal out? It doesn't. Okay, so for future, we want to put these ones a little bit further back as well. And that would balance us up a little bit better. 15 meters per second. No wonder we blew up inside in the water. Okay, I wonder how hard it is going to be on a land touchdown. It's not going to be much better. It's not going to be much better. We're definitely going to blow up a few parts here. Interesting. I find it very interesting that this part exploded, despite being the one that actually did the hitting, right? Recover. Okay. Actuators, specialized construction. This was something I was looking for earlier. This piece here. Could also do with tiny engines. These are two things that I've complained about. We're going to grab them. Okay. Alright, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Is this still not done? 71. It's been there for a while. Let's go see what's going on. Oh man, that's been there for a very long while. Minnick, where are you? Minnick. Have we ended up just laying over our same orbit again and again? That's totally something we could have been doing. Something we could have been doing. Hey, can I get down the bottom of this bar? Thanks, how you doing? Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Why are we still not getting this one side of the planet? What's going on with my orbit? Let's have a look. 140. Maybe I am a little bit. It's definitely showing that sign there. It is scanning. Where are we right now? So I must not have the right scan running right now. Pretty much all the altimetry data. pretty much. Slope data should be about the same, right? Because slope data is just, I don't know, the derivative of the altimetry, one of those. And a biome map. Why aren't we getting biome data down here? What is up with that? You are running, yes? Yes, it is still running. Okay. What orientation do we need to be in? I don't get it. Multispectral is running. Maybe we just need to bring the side of the orbit down a little bit more. Shouldn't imagine so, but let's do it. Bring it to about the same there. I mean, what else can we do? What else can we do? Whip it round. Yeah, it's not like it changes color at any point either. I should have gone maybe some funny stuff. Maybe. I mean, I have been constantly trying to make sure I keep 100k is optimal. Thanks, man. Thanks. Maybe let's just kick this off into like that sort of orbit. Fine, we won't get one side, but maybe we'll get the other. I mean, yeah, I could see that being the wrong side, actually. Can we actually do it like this? Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Yeah, we're going to have trouble on this side, but whatever. Let's try it. Let's try it. Nice when you miss it. There we go. We'll take that one. We'll take that one. Warp here, please. Where am I? Here. Why not? Oh my gosh. I mean, they're both 76 now rather than... Can we just refresh that? Is that gonna... Okay, we got something. We've got something. Okay, that's better. That's probably actually met my contract as well. That has met my contract as well. We're just gonna leave it there doing that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've really got to go through all these notifications at some point. It has got very dark here. Could you excuse me for 2 seconds, guys? Alright, that was slightly longer than 2 seconds, I understand. But it wasn't even 10. I mean, come on. Alright, let's get on in here. Let's try and build ourselves a MOHO probe, shall we? This is what we need to be here for. I'm feeling the MOIC. I think MOIC's what we're going to call it. Excursion, Probedyne HC. Okay, these are all we've got at the moment. I do like this guy, though. As you can see, comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So this Probedyne, let's get rid of him. This Probedyne here, it comes with unmanned remote pilot assistance. It's got terrain scanning, which is a bit weird. This one has similar CurbNet access. This one's got more CurbNet access. This one's got more torque. It's got a prograde and retrograde. We're doing this one. It's got a prograde and retrograde. We're doing this one. Okay, brilliant. Then we need some batteries for it. Do not forget. You know what? You know what? Maybe just these hold, 2 of these holds 800. This holds 200. Yeah, we're going to go with this. We're going to go with this, like that. All right, this isn't great, but it looks all right. Then maybe this one here and this one here. We'll have 2 sets of solar panels. No, unfortunately, I don't have the MOHO Observer right now. That's a big shame. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. It would have been great. Let's go. We need the science next. Do I want to put an adapter on the underside of this? I think we might. I also want this to be the center line. Suppose we could go front and back. Even then, that feels a bit weird, you know. I'm going to go with it, though. Use 6 symmetry, then remove 2. Whilst I'm feeling you, well, oh, go on then. Go on then. Why not? Let's do it. Just 6. All right, there's 6, and then we go remove and you there. Remove. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. Kind of want to spin this sideways, but I'm not sure how that would all interact when we're said and done. Do I want to... No, I want to stick the best communication antenna we've got up top. I might even actually want to go with something like... Oh, hey, we've got a bigger bit. This, and then if we open the shroud, can we fit a whole bunch of stuff in there? Communication-wise, I doubt it. Actually, I think it's not quite what we needed. As fun as that would be, I mean, we could pop that on top. I don't think we're gonna have the range though. I don't think we're gonna have the range. This has a range of 2G, 5M, 2G. Okay, so maybe these are the ones we want. 2G with this gigameters. Does anyone know how far away Moho actually is? Like what we're gonna need? I don't off the top of my head. We'll put another 2 receivers on somewhere, if I can remember to do so. Oh my gosh, the enhanced multi-spectral scanner. This is huge. Look at it. Look at it. What does it do though? What does it give us? Biome, visual low res, and resource low res, as opposed to biome and visual low res. Okay. I'm not that bothered about the resource overlay when I'm just going for my first flyby. I totally get why some people would be like, but that's kind of one of the purposes. But I disagree. So I'm going to put that one there like this. Is that good? I think it might be. I think it might work. Do I want it on the other side, or do we just let it sit like that? I think we're going to let it sit like that. Ooh, scan our resource, man. Is this... Have a look here. Scan enhanced whilst landed on the ground. Okay, right. We don't want this. Don't want this. This gives us a high res scan, but it needs to be on your craft. Okay, your like landed craft. The question of what we need to even take with us is a question. Can I turn that off? Yeah. Got a pressure mat. Thermometer, a mystery goo canister. I'm going to move these guys up and then turn the mystery goo sideways if I can, like that. Feels a little hacks, but we're going to go with it anyway. It's you know, there's a hole sawn through that bulkhead there, and they made allowances for the actual material to flow through, right? That's surely how that's got to go. I think that's most of the science I want to take with me. I don't think I'm going to take one of... Are we going to take one of the big ones? I mean, it looks like it's made for it, right? It looks like it's made for it. We might do that. We might do that. We do need to take one of these with us, though. And I'm not sure whether this is actually what I want to do. Is that just what I want to do? And we can extend it. Is it even slightly protected there? That's the question. I don't think it is. We might go with it anyway. Okay, so if this is our probe... Is this our probe? Multispectral. It doesn't... It's got this one. Got a relay antenna. I'm very tempted to put 2 more on this side. Something like that. And we could even put a payload fairing around this, right? We could put a fairing around this. Take the small dish instead of that big foldy thing. You reckon? Okay, I'm up for it. I was umming. What I was particularly umming about is if I take this one off of here, maybe we'll put 4 around instead and take one off the front. But then we do... Where are you? It's science, aren't you? Do this one instead up top. Oh no, it doesn't want to attach. I mean, we can change that. That's no problem. But why doesn't it want to attach? What's the problem there? because of the shroud? No. I guess I'll just be sticking it like this. I kind of wanted to attach it to a node, though. That look even? Looks even enough. That's why I wanted to attach it to a node, because does that look even? Is not the right way of doing space, you know? That's not the way of doing it at all. Mohic. That's not how you type that. Mohic. There we go. Save that. So we need some control. Oh no, we do need a Kerbal engineering unit on here. Use the move tool to align with the. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Absolute snap to the angle. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Thanks, man. Great idea. Great idea. Let's de-shroud this because we want to put an engineering chip in somewhere, and I think that somewhere. Well, I thought it was going to be just on here, but it's quite awkward. Oh, it's because I turned this back on. Okay, like so, and then you wouldn't even know that it wasn't meant to be there. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's reshroud it. Ah, I see. That's like a fairing cover. Okay, I'm down. I'm down. High resolution imager, visual high res. I bet it takes a ridiculous electric charge. 8 per second. What do these provide? 1.6 per second. Okay, all right. We could possibly take that. We could possibly take that. I suppose it would make more sense to put the this one, the enhanced multispectral scanner on there. But ooh, I don't know. There we go. Look at that. Extend. I'm not sure if that will work, but I like it, so it's fine. If this ends up not working because of it, I will be sad, but I kind of like the look of it. I kind of like the look. All right, so we need to start thinking about the Delta V requirements. We need to stop at Moho. Where are we? Moho. There we go. It's going to take about 3,000 Delta V to slow down. Okay, we can deal with that. 3,000 to stop and slow down. I think we're going to have to end up doing drop tanks. So we do something like this, and we have an engine underneath. I think we're probably just going to use the Terrier. It's one of the more efficient. Do I have access to any better ISPs? That's thrust numbers. I don't want those. Okay, 345 in a vacuum. 315, 290. I don't think we're going to do better than. Ooh, we got the Cheetah engine. The Cheetah could work. It's a little bit more efficient. Let's go with the Bear. It looks like it kind of belongs as well. So the Cheetah's coming in at a 355 ISP. Do I have access to the Wolfhound? I believe that's another one. That's pretty good. 320. 350. The Poodle. Oh, I think the Poodle might be a bit big for what we got here, though. Single belt. Yeah, no, that's not quite what we want. It's a good idea. Good idea. We'll stick with the Cheetah, though. All right. You think with an E rather than an ick? We've been going with an I for all the others. Might be able to point. There we go. Beautiful. We also need a emergency. Do we need an emergency solar panel? Is that something we need? Are we likely to forget to extend the solar panels? I mean, we kind of are, but for now, I'm going to just stick with it. Okay, so that. How many? What symmetry do we want here? I think we're going to go with 4. 4 times symmetry is something that I normally go with, and then using not the same fuel tank, but the one. To soften the N. You reckon? Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that. That was headed in the right direction though. So if we go this one instead, can we rotate? There we go. I don't want. There we go. All right, beautiful. What type of cap are we going to put over it? Can we have an aerodynamic? Oh, look at all these extra aerodynamic stuff we have from last time. But that, and if we get the orientation right that way, like this, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Then I know I could set it up through fuel priorities and flow priorities, but it tends to lie to you like that. So doing this, all the engines should read properly for me. And now even like that, it's not going to work, is it? Let's get rid of this. Let's just do the fuel overlays. We want this to be lower than that. We want it to be minus 20, and this is plus 20. Okay, so this should be. Okay, there we go. Flowing in like that. Why did it flow to this? Alright, anyway, this should now be it's just short of the 2,500 we were saying. I think we're okay though. I think we can get the main part of the craft to do a little bit more work. Alright, that's fine. Let's bring it all the way up, bring it back and save it. What's next? So we need to get 2.5. Call it an extra 6 on the underside. That's being very generous. This is like 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. Oh, maybe it's not being generous. Okay, so we need to try and get as much fuel under this as we can. Probably lifting on a mainsail, but also with as much asparagus and feeding in. Do it. Why are all your recent upper stages donuts? Because it's a very efficient way of getting extra fuel on there. Very efficient way of getting extra fuel on there. I was tempted to put extra bits on here as well, but I think we'll make do with this. Yeah, it's a phase. I'll get out of it eventually. I'm almost certain. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, I'll go with that. So this. What does this take us up to? Is that the 1.8? Maybe I want to go all the way up to the 2s. Is that 2s? That is a 2s. Okay, that's pretty good. That's quite a thin and skinny transition. I'm sure we can do better. Actually, now that I've said that, maybe we can't. We can with structural parts. Ooh, no. This one? This structural part. Bam. Okay, but it doesn't take any fuel. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. How do I feel about that? Let's take a moment to think. It does the job in as small a number of parts as possible, so maybe I like it because of that. This is not the staging that we like to see, and that's the top stage, so we want to have it like that. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's get yon mainsail underneath. It's got the skiff, that's pretty good. What's the ISP? 350. The mainsail though, 310. But you just cannot beat the thrust that it puts out. I mean, literally, you can't beat the thrust that it puts out. I don't think we have anything big. You reckon long and sleek? Oh, what for these top ones? For the adapter. Yeah. You know what? I'll take the advice. I'll take the advice. I'm easily swayed right now, so I will lean full into it. Let's do it. That one and this one. Okay, that's pretty good. Does this get us to Moho? Look at the number at the end, 8.3. Okay, so not quite. We're only 5 kilometers short. Only 5 kilometers short. We've got a good to-weight ratio, though, so I think this will be the central core. Let's put a bunch of liquid fuel boosters around the outside. To do that, I think I'm going to go for the radial decouplers, and we're going to go all the way up to 8 of them. Yes, indeed. Let's go for the FLT800s. Great fuel tank, standard workhorse, love them. I'm kind of feeling like actually I wanted to be using bigger tanks. We've got the 1.8s here, though I'm not sure I like them that much. We do have 2s though. If we bring this down, all right, I'm gonna make a beast. I'm gonna make a beast. We're gonna have 6-way symmetry here, but not before I've copied that across. Okay, 6-way symmetry. All the boosters. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is much. This is many. Okay, let's go down to the aerodynamics. Put some rocket nozzles on the top there, and some fuel lines somewhere. There we go. Fuel lines. Zooming on in. Like so. I think that's right. I think that's good. We'll get some structural supports as well. And of course, this is just layer 1. This is just layer 1. We've got enough to think about it, actually. Look at this. We got enough to get going with. But I feel... Mumbling? Have I been mumbling? Oh, man, I really hope not. I have got a bit of a hay fever nose starting. So maybe it's that. But I really thought I was quite clear. Thoroughbred solid boot. Oh, yes. Once again. Oh, yes. Down here, the coupling. Just to give us a little bit extra, you know? Need to make sure we've got what it takes. Yeah. Alright, great. Let's put some more struts on it. And then I think we're ready for a test flight. What do you guys think? Test flight? I mean, we're probably going to go and put it in the parking orbit, right? Where do you guys feel like is the best parking? That is terrible. I feel bad for how that's happened there. I'm going to click on this grey band, and we're going to click on that one. And then again, we're going to click on the grey band, and we're you know what? I think I might go for the grey band above. It's kind of like triangles, right? I'm sure if you played Polybridge, trying to push down on an angle like that is more strong than trying to push down on an angle that already goes in that same direction. So let's try like that, and then immediately ignore all my own advice and do inward-facing triangles there. Okay, cool. We've got a thing. We've got a thing. I want to pull these out here. I'm a little bit worried that our stage will not go as planned when these pop off. I'm expecting them to turn inwards. So let's get ourselves... Yeah, we got some Separatrons. Okay, so the way that I like to do my Separatrons is 2 at the bottom. 2 at the bottom like that. And of course, they've got to be with the correct stage. So this one. And this one, and this one. Okay, right, so that's your 2 sets of Separatrons. Now, these are going to make sure they go up. And then, so that the speed between my accelerating rocket and these rockets still stays pretty much matched. But then I put one of these on the inside here, so it peels away. And yes, it does. It looks very heavy. I agree. We've got a to-weight ratio of 2.9 though, so I think we're doing okay. Alright, last 3 minutes, we're going to put Mohik in a 250 kilometer parking orbit. I think that's the way to go. 8,632 delts. It should be fine. Should 8,300. Not normally as big a margin of error as I like. But we're doing all that we can. Solar power for the bottom pad might... do something like this. Maybe not that big. Something like this, and then maybe also not quite what we want. I do prefer if my central stage here gets a little bit of control, because then we can steer it where we want. Like throw it into anywhere. Throw it away how we'd like. That's the question. That's the phrase I'm trying to say. Maybe we'll decouple. Can I? No. Alright, wrong side of the decoupler. I don't want to allow for any twisting, so I'm going to put a service bay in between. Like so. Okay, that should work. That should actually work really well. Alright, let's save it. Then anything we need to do with it afterwards, we can turn around. Do you like your Separatrons like you like your tea? Weak and wakes you up in the morning. I don't know. I can't think of anything funny. All right. As I say, 250 kilometers. I feel like we actually want to move the space station up to 250 kilometers and let this guy be parked at 100. Let's park it at 100 anyway. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? The lower down our parking orbit, the more efficient it is. Okay, we're going to go for half throttle. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, this is big. This is big. First interplanetary vessel. Are we going to be... Oh, look. Maneuver node. Ooh, I like this. Maneuver node planning tool. That's new. That's new. That's part of 1.12. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay, I'm looking for about a 2G acceleration here, and almost immediately starting my turning gravity turn. Going about 100 meters per second. I'm probably fine to hit prograde and go for about a 10-degree twist. In fact, we're going a lot faster than I normally do, so maybe I'm going to tap, as you can see on my yaw here, try and bring us sideways. The lack of fins has suddenly been brought to my attention. We don't have any struts holding on the top here, but I think we'll be fine. I think that will be fine. No, oh, it's not going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. So we have two things we can improve here. Two things we can improve here. Let's bring that down. Let's bring that right down. Maybe we should have put a fairing on it. That definitely would have reminded me to do things like the struts. Yeah, that's a lot of fuel. That's a lot of fuel. I'm going to turn off my main engines now and just let the solids take us all the way up to where we're going. All the way up to where we're going. 96 kilometers. Sounds good. I'm about it. I was expecting to be going at that point, but off they go. It's nice. It's very nice, actually. Okay, we seem to be going pretty sharp, but I'm alright with a sharp orbit. I can live with it. I can live. We've still got wobble. We've still got some unnecessary oscillations here. I'm fairly sure if this was a real space program, this would just be ripping itself apart by now. I'm fairly sure most of the rocket designs that I come up with would not be viable in real life. The Korolev Pentagon, you got it, man. You got it. I think it was a hexagon? Whichever one 6 is. Yeah, hept is 7, right? I should know this. It's well within my remit of knowledge. Okay, we're just gonna drift up to Apple Apps now. I mean, we're practically there anyway. We're practically there anyway. Because I've pushed forwards a little bit. Oh, we're catching up with some of the debris. Ooh. I mean, that guy's practically right in front of me. That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. Okay, 16. Oh, it went. It disappeared. Okay, bye then. We're off. We're headed for orbit, guys. We're headed for orbit. We've got to get this number nice and small. And we are trying to do so. Okay, as we are up and out of the atmosphere, I might very well... Could you please not shake around like that? Okay, this is getting a little extreme. A little extreme. I think we can live with it, though. I think it might be something... something that we could put up with. Let's just stop for a sec. If you don't mind. Thanks. Still kind of... I mean, we're still behind the Apple Apps, so that's good. Hex is 6. Yeah, cool. What I should have done is pressed 1. So this... Oh, we could do it up here. Look. Action groups. Edit action groups. Oh, it does. It stops time. All right, great. That's cool. We'll come in here. We'll go number 1. And could you... Oh, we can only extend. Of course we can only extend. These things are single-use items. Cool. We go F2. We look down this way. We go 1. Yeah. I should have gone for the long ones. But this is good. Are we starting to look anywhere near in the right direction? I mean, kind of. Let's get that burn going. I mean, the number's headed in the right direction, right? I just kind of want to hold it here. That wobble. It's all good, though. It's all good. We're going to be dropping a lot of this at some point. 120, 70. All right, there we go. That's my parking orbit. And with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time where this is going to Moho. We're pretty much like whatever's going to happen, we're going to send this guy to Moho in 8 days. But I will see you then, or when we're going to do that. Bye.